Have you ever thought of what would happen if you lost your phone or it was stolen? There's two things we think you should do. Number one is to set a lock screen passcode. Number two is to turn on the feature that lets you find your phone on a website. I'm Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and I'm going to show you how. First of all, what is a lock screen? Well, when your phone is off or just asleep and the screen is black, you can push a button and it comes to life, but you have to get past this screen before you see the contents of the phone. This is the lock screen. And if yours can be opened just by swiping across, then any thief could get in there and get all your personal information. I like that pattern. You can also set a code, or you can use your thumbprint to open it up. I'm going to show you how. So the way that you set a passcode is to go into your settings. I do it by swiping down from the top and then tapping on the little gear for settings. And the setting I'm talking about is under lock screen and then screen lock. Now I have to open it with my existing screen lock, and then I have a choice of pattern, PIN, password, or fingerprint, or swipe or none. Now those have been disabled on my phone. Something that I've installed requires there to be lock screen security, so I have to have one. So I really like this pattern one, and you can set any pattern you wish as long as you remember it. You'll have to do it again so that it knows that you got it right. And then you have to have a backup PIN, 4 digits. So now when your phone is off, asleep, and somebody would pick it up and press the button to turn it on, they're not going to be able to get in unless they know your pattern. So that is setting a passcode for the lock screen. The second thing we think is important to do is to turn on what's called the phone administrator, and that allows you to go to a website to find your phone. Let me show you how that works. It's also in settings, this time in security and phone administrators. Just make sure that this Android device manager is checked, is on. I think it's on by default, but just go in and make sure. Then I'd need to show you on the computer how to find your Android phone. So now let's say you have lost your phone. You go to a web browser and go to google.com Android Device Manager. Now that's a lot to type in, so I usually just search for Android Device Manager. And there it is, google.com/Android/Device Manager. You need to be logged in with your account. And then it goes to work finding all of the devices that you owned that are set to your account and have the device manager turned on like I just showed you. It's looking for a Galaxy Tab. Well, that's not what I'm concerned about right now. I'm concerned about my Samsung phone, that one. And there, it is located. That's telling me that it is in the house. I can then choose to just let it ring a loud noise so that I can find it in the house. Or if it was not in the house, maybe it's back at the restaurant there I had breakfast. I could lock it. Or if it's in New York, then I know it's stolen and I could erase it so that the thief doesn't have access to all my stuff. And that's it. To prepare for a possible lost or stolen phone, set a passcode lock on your lock screen and turn on Device Manager.